hope you're having a wonderful time. This is Kenton Wyatt. My story is about Anansi. Anansi was living in a nice country. Everybody was so happy, enough to eat, enough to drink, enough to wear, and they were behaving like they just don't care. You see, they did not have to work very hard. Many things were provided for them, and they were having a wonderful time. They would wine and dine and have a nice time, and Nancy had a lot of fun. But you know, old people say, good living, not long life. And this is the other thing is, when people are having everything handed to them, they don't really and truly give it the correct value. No cares. But then a time comes when they realize that this fancy life they had, they were being told every single thing that they got to do. They were being dictated to. They could not do things on their own. They were told to do this and that. And Nancy get fed up with that. And Nancy said, Ma, we want to paddle our own canoe. We want to do our own thing. We want to govern ourselves. Yes, Nancy used some big words. And then things change. Over time, Nancy and the people had to work hard, and that they weren't accustomed to. They had to paddle their own canoe. And, well, you know Nancy. He had gotten so accustomed to the good life and the life where he didn't have to do much, that according to old people, you either stay and burn or cut and run. And you know what Anansi chose. He chose to cut and run. So he packed his bundle one night and he took off. He left the village. Nancy, while packing the bag, he did not have enough food to pack. So Anansi gets hungry, and Anansi going and he walking, and you hear the belly singing, oh, che-che, che-che, oh, oh, che-che, che-che, oh. But this time, it wasn't he belly rejoicing, he belly telling me that I'm hungry. Nancy belly was hungry. Then Nancy meet a different place. You see, where Anansi meet, he hear faintly in over the breeze, oh, che-che, che-che, oh. He's a little confused, you know where it's coming from. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. But you see, that song is a sign that somebody living the way Anansi and the people used to live. So Nancy put his head to the ground and he put his head to the earth and you hear, oh, che-che, che-che, oh. It was louder. Hey, oh, che-che, che-che, oh. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. And Nancy was a little confused. Was it coming from the right or was it coming from the left? Nancy put the ears to the ground, to the right, and you hear, oh, che-che, che-che, oh. When you see Nancy listen and he said, I wonder if the same thing coming from the left. So Nancy put the ears to the ground and you hear the thing from the left though. Oh, che-che, che-che, oh. So people to the right happy and the people to the left they're happy. So Nancy said, you know, I remember a thing that Stickum used to say, at this side, at that side, I come back a middle. At this side, at that side, I come back a middle. And Nancy them the same way. Oh, at this side, at that side, I come back a middle. At this side, at that side, I come back a middle. What happened there? It happened one time. That was Stickum thing. And Nancy, he decided, well, here, I'm going to go to the right. Because the people from the right, they sound happy and they must cut everything. And because Nancy hungry, Nancy decided he could go to the right side first. You see, the belly was going like this. Nancy belly hungry, right side first, and Nancy belly. And then Nancy walked down the road to the right. Nancy walked, Nancy walked, Nancy walked. When Nancy meet to the people at the right, they were all rosy faced, nice. The jaws looked so nice and rosy, the face, the eyes bright, and everybody looks sprightly. So Nancy said, this is the place to be. And the chief of the village greeted Nancy with open arms and said, oh, we have a visitor. We love to have visitors. Thank you for coming. Well, and Nancy thinking to herself, man, all this kind of thing me looking for, I'm hungry. And like the people read Nancy's mind, they said, you know, we will have a feast in your honor. Well, Nancy feels good about that. But you see, the hunters in our village, they have gone to hunt. And when they get back, we shall have a feast. And then Nancy said, this food sounds like it's getting lamb. Nancy hungry. And the chief of the village showed Nancy a spot where he can sit and wait. But Nancy said, no, you see, I am a merchant and I have my merchandise at the fork in the road. And Nancy tell the people how he got the merchandise at the fork in the road. And if they could give him a piece of rope, a long piece of rope, he will sit there and look at his watch, his merchandise. And when the food is ready, they can pull on the rope and he will return. And so said, so done. The people give Nancy a long rope and Nancy went back to the junction. Hey, Nancy walked, Nancy walked, Nancy walked, he walked, and Nancy reached the junction in the road and he just put down the rope and just proceed to the left because he figured that the people to the left got a better deal. And he went down to the left. Hey, Nancy walked, Nancy walked, Nancy walked, he walked. When Nancy meet the people to the left, oh, what a lot of jollification. They were excited to see Nancy. Everybody greeted Nancy with open arms. And the chief of the village says, we must have a festival in your honor. We will have a feast. But you see, Nancy, our farmers are now tilling the earth and they will plant a crop. And when the crop is ready, we will cook a big pot of food and we have a festival. Well, Nancy heart dropped because you see, and Nancy thinking, when this food going done? But Nancy gave them the same story about giving he a rope which he can hold and he can go back to the junction and watch over his merchandise. And when the food is ready, they can pull for the rope and then he can come. When Nancy get back to the junction, he hold one rope with the right hand and he hold the other rope with the left hand. And he sit down and Nancy dropped fast to sleep. What awoke Nancy is when the rope on the right start pulling because they finish cooking the food and they're ready. At the same time, the people at the left, they also pull for the rope because they finished cooking and they're ready for the guests. So, the people on the right, they pull on the rope. The people on the left pull on the rope. And so and Nancy there for the same thing. And this side, and that side, I come back a bit. And this side, and that side, I come back a bit. And this side, and that side, I come back a bit. And Nancy know what to do. And the people in the village, they got a little worried and decided to follow the rope to the junction. And when they meet the junction, what they found was that Nancy center with two ropes, one for the right hand, one for the left hand, and he didn't know what to do. The chief of the village realized that Anansi was trying to outsmart him. You see, Nancy was trying to get the best of both worlds. And old people said, careful what you ask for, because you might well get it. And Nancy asked for rope, and it's rope he get. So the people throw the rope at Anansi. See, the rope was tight, so tight on Anansi that up to this day, Anansi can't get rid of the rope. So whenever you see Anansi, he's walking with a whole set of rope around. But you see, Anansi thought to himself, apparently, the people to the right and the people to the left, they got the same struggle like the people back home. You see, Anansi come to the realization that if he goes back to his home and get the people together, find the farmers and find the hunters and let them all work together in harmony, they might be able to rebuild the village and rebuild their country. Nancy went back and Nancy established a new philosophy. It is called unity. Well, I hope you learned something from that story. Any one of you and Nancy. Not me.